Hi and welcome everyone to another video on my channel. My name is Denis and today I'm gonna show you my team selection for Gaming36. And as usual, if you enjoy my content, please consider leaving a like, hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. But now let's get into it. Okay, so now real short before showing you my team for Gaming36, I just wanted to go through a little bit to see how my team performed in Gaming35. Now as you can see from the screen, for me personally, it wasn't an amazing game week. I finished on 49 points. I dropped also from 1.4k to 1.6k, so a really little red arrow, but it is what it is. My transfer for this game week was selling Bukayo Saka to Brian Mbeumo. Now after all the talk, Bukayo Saka started against Bournemouth. Now he blanked, but still, if I knew that he was going to start, probably I would just like to keep him for the rest of the season. Now if we talk a little bit about my decisions, as you can see, what I'm really happy about is that I picked Martinez instead of Raya, because as you can see the swing is huge. Martinez with 9 points and Raya with 1. Although this was a really close call, I just had a feeling Arsenal have more chances to concede against Bournemouth than Aston Villa, so yeah, really happy with my decision there overall. If we move to my other players, Gvardiol with 8 points, Isak with 9. Now those players didn't really help me a lot for my rank because pretty much everyone owns them. What I'm a little bit disappointing maybe, or I was at least after the game, is Mbeumo was my transfer for this game. He was my captain. I think that I made the right decision to captain Mbeumo against Manchester United. They rotated a lot. They played some kids, and also Brentford scored 4 goals in that game, and Mbeumo got away with just an assist. So I feel maybe a little bit unlucky there with 10 points, but it is what it is. A lot of popular captains blanked. Mohamed Salah, as you can see, Marmoush with 2 points. So yeah, and also I was on a green arrow until the last game of the gaming, and I was really hopeful the red arrow will even grow a little bit, because I had 3 players in that game: Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest, Munoz, Sar, Mateta. And of course the outcome was really funny, because obviously the only player I didn't have, Eze, scored the penalty, which could have been, by the way, scored by Mateta, but now it seems like Eze is on penalties. So the only player that could hurt my rank, Eze scored, and all my Crystal Palace players blank. Mateta with 2 points, Sar with 2 points, Munoz lost the clean sheet and also got a yellow card. So at these times you just need to laugh a bit, but yeah, it is what it is. Now we're still going to try to gain some rank in the next gaming, so let's see how my team is lining up for Gaming 36. Now if we move to Gaming 36, this is how my team is currently lining up. Now I need to make another really close call with between my goalkeeper, which one to play, because as you can see currently I'm playing Martinez against Bournemouth away, and on my bench is Raya against Liverpool away. But now you can argue with both of them. I think that both of them have bad fixtures, and I think that there is a chance both of them are going to concede in Gaming 36. But at the moment I'm with Martinez. I think that he has a better chance of keeping a clean sheet. Also he's making more saves. That was my argument also last week. Now you could argue a lot. Liverpool maybe are going to rotate. They don't really care too much about the Premier League because they just won it. But again, you could argue that they are going to play against Arsenal at home. They will want to show them why they are champions. So again, I can see a world where Arsenal are going to keep a clean sheet against Liverpool away, but ideally I think that they are going to concede. At the moment I'm on Martinez. If we move to my defense, this is where my problems are, because my defense is pretty bad. Now Guardiola against Southampton, it's amazing, but Munoz, Kivior against Liverpool, the chances for clean sheets are not so great for my team. As you can see, um, in the right corner I have 3.1 millions in the bank and just one free transfer, so I really need to think a lot if a defensive transfer makes sense for me. But we're gonna talk about my plans in the next section. So yeah, it's not ideally I have to play Kivior against Liverpool away, or maybe Konate against Arsenal at home, or Livramento against Chelsea at home. Please let me know which defender would you play in my situation. Now with Munoz, it's not amazing to have him against Spurs away, because I think that maybe they are going to concede against Spurs, but Spurs are going to be tired. They are going to play today in the Europa League, and yeah, also they could rotate a little bit, and Munoz is a real attacking defender, so yeah, I could see some assists, maybe some goals from Munoz. So I don't have a problem playing Munoz. That's decent. In midfield, a little bit better. Salah against Arsenal at home. Probably a lot of people asked me also this week, and probably a lot of people thought about selling Mohamed Salah. I know it has been frustrating to own him for the last gamings, and then you just see players like Kevin De Bruyne doing really well. Uh, so I can understand if you want to sell him for the rest of the season, but also from my point of view, in my rank, in my situation, it really doesn't make any sense to sell Mohamed Salah because I still think that he's going to be one of those Liverpool players who are not going to be rotated in the last three gamings. So he's going to play close to 90 minutes. That's my opinion at least. He's still chasing records. He's still on penalties. Um, so yeah, Liverpool are still going to score goals. Also in game week 37, 38, maybe not against Arsenal at home, but after that the fixtures are okay. And also you could argue that Mohamed Salah is going to be maybe the best captain option in game week 37. So in my case, I'm just going to keep him. Yeah, if you want, there are other players, Saka, Palmer, Kevin De Bruyne, a lot of good midfielders at the moment to buy. Maybe not Saka and Palmer, but you got my point. Um, with Sar, I'm okay. Let's talk about Sar and Mateta. With the Crystal Palace players, my opinion in general is that I can give them one more week. Now, again, if you have more transfers, if you have the opportunity to sell them to other players, I understand it. I wish to sell them. I wish to have Wissa, Cunha, Wood instead of Mateta. I would wish to have Bowen instead of Sar, players like that. But for one more game week, uh, it's not a problem for me to play them. Now, from next game week, that's a totally different situation because in game week 37, before gaming 37 they are going to play in the FA Cup final against Manchester City, so probably they are going to rotate in gaming 37 City and Crystal Palace, and that's where the Crystal Palace players and maybe even Man City players are going to be a problem, and I don't really have a lot of problems in my team. And also in gaming 38 they are going to play against Liverpool, so ideally obviously you need to get rid of the Crystal Palace players at some point, but maybe not this week. For me, the fixture is great from an attacking perspective, at least against Spurs. So yeah, I really like them now. Obviously, it's not ideal that Sar blanked a lot of game weeks. Mateta the same. He's not getting enough minutes at the moment, but yeah, with my one free transfer, I can't just sell them all, and also I don't want to take hits. Rogers is decent, but we're going to discuss depending on which transfer I will make this game week. Maybe Rogers is going to be on the bench, but overall I'm happy with him. He plays 90 minutes every gaming. The fixture is decent against Bournemouth away. They are fighting for Champions League, Aston Villa, so he's a decent player. Nothing impressive, nothing amazing about him, but he can score goals. We know that, and yeah, he's a safe pick basically. Now, as you can see, Mbeumo currently is my captain. I think that there are a lot of good captaincy options this gaming, starting with Marmoush, Chris Wood. If you have Kevin De Bruyne, I would be tempted to captain him. Also, if you get a league, maybe that is going to start. But at the moment, I'm going with Mbeumo. He's the safest pick from between Mbeumo and Marmoush currently in my team. And also Mohamed Salah, I'm not going to captain him because I just want to go against him in that fixture against Arsenal, not ideal. So he's the safe pick basically for me. He plays 90 minutes, he's on penalties. He plays against Ipswich away, so he plays against one of the relegated teams. Not too much to talk about it. We all know that he's a really reliable option. We saw Brentford are scoring a lot of goals. Let's see where I will land with my captaincy in the end, but at the moment I'm 90-80% sure that is going to be on Mbeumo. In attack, I have also Marmoush, Isak. Let's talk a little bit about them. Marmoush, again, a lot of people are talking about him. I know that Haaland being back is not good news for Marmoush, but for Gaming 36, I definitely would advise you to just keep him because he's playing against Southampton away, and we don't have any guarantees that Haaland is going to start that game. And also, even if Haaland is going to start, that doesn't mean Marmoush is not going to. Um, So yeah, I think that is a great captaincy option also. But depending on what Pep Guardiola is going to say about Haaland, how positive he is going to be about him, then I understand why that could diminish a little bit your captaincy, temptation or marmouche. But as a pick, definitely you need to keep him. Now after that, we'll need to see if he's going to start still in gaming 37, 38. But I think that he's fine at the moment. And Isak, another player who I'm fine with playing, but also I'm fine with selling. So it's 50-50 here with Isak. He's going to play against Chelsea at home, so the fixture is not great. Both teams are fighting for the Champions League. Now Newcastle at least are playing at home, and we know that they are better at home. Isak is still on penalties. They are scoring goals. Chelsea is not an easy fixture, don't get me wrong, but it's a decent one. And yeah, I don't have a problem with playing Isak, but there are some options. There are a lot of good forwards at the moment, and we're gonna see which one I'm considering. Now, on my bench, as you can see, with Konate and Livramento, the fixtures are bad, so I just need to pick one defender for Gaming 36. But Savinho, the first player on my bench, is playing against Southampton away. He didn't get any minutes last game week, and Manchester City are one of the teams who are going to play first in Game Week 36. So if we're going to get a leak on my stream, on my deadline stream Saturday, I could be really tempted to just play Savinho instead of Rogers, but that also depends if I'm going to be sure that is going to start, because if not, yeah, a really frustrating pick. I'm looking to sell if I can in the next gamings. But now let's see my plans for the next gaming. Okay, so now in the next part, I'm going to show you my transfer options for Gaming 36. Now bear with me a little bit because I will just try to explain to you my situation. As you can see from the screen, at the moment I have one free transfer and 3.1 millions in the bank. Now my considering my situation, my rank, I plan on not trying to make any hits until the end of the season, and if that's going to be the case, I will have just 3 transfers to make until the end of the season. So that's my optimal situation. Now, obviously, if some injuries are going to occur, then yeah, maybe I will be forced to take a hit here and there. But at the moment, this is my plan. Now, if we're looking to the option one is to sell someone like Isak, and I'm going to explain why I'm selling Isak and not Mateta, because as you can see in option one, this is the option where I will have enough money to just buy Bukayo Saka in Gaming 37. So that's why I'm selling Isak here. I'm not saying you should do the same. I'm more than happy to just keep Isak, but if I decide that I want Saka in Gaming 37, this is the only way. And obviously, if I'm going to sell Isak, probably one of those three players are going to be in my team. Now, I put all of them because I think that both of them are really good forwards, and it's not really a big difference between them. Probably if I'm going to do this transfer, it's going to be to Wisa, but again, Wood and Cunha are perfectly fine options. Now, if we move to option 2, as you can see, this involves getting Bukayo Saka in Gaming 38. Now, sorry, the graphic was wrong in the first place. So with the option 1, I can get Bukayo Saka in Gaming 37, as I said, and with the option 2, I can buy him in Gaming 38, which is basically the game I really want Bukayo Saka in my team against Southampton away. He could be an amazing player, differential, and also captain. So if I decide that maybe, yeah, I don't want Bukayo Saka for Gaming 37 against Newcastle, it's not worth it, then I will just buy him in Gaming 38. And if that's the case, I could just sell Mateta this gaming, because Mateta is going to be a problem in Gaming 37, 38. In Gaming 36, he's a decent hold, but yeah, that involves selling Mateta to, again, Wisa, Wood or Cunha. Probably Wisa in my case, because I just prefer him, but Wood again is a really nice option. So if I decide to skip Bukayo Saka for Gaming 37, I can do also a defensive transfer. So this is pretty much my dilemma in the team. I could sell one of Mateta, let's just say Sar, to someone like Bowen, or I could sell a defender because my defense is really bad. And if that's going to be the case, probably I will sell my most expensive defender outside Guardiol, which is Konate. to a Nottingham Forest defender because they are going to play against Leicester at home. So that's a pretty much a no-brainer now. I will decide between Milenkovic and Nico Williams here. And if we move to the option 3, this is if I just decide that I don't want Saka at all, it's not worth the risk. Not a lot of people are going to have him. I could just sell Sar, as I said before, to Bowen, or sell or get rid of Savinho because I think that he's a really pain in the ass at the moment. So I could sell Savinho, Sar to someone like Bowen. Now, these are pretty much my options at the moment. I really need to think uh, a lot about what I'm going to do in Gaming 36 because I'm going to do probably just one transfer, and this transfer in Gaming 36 is going to decide how my transfers are going to be in Gaming 37 and 38. So basically, it's a really important week for me. Thank you so much for watching my video this long. And as usual, if you enjoyed my content, if you enjoyed my video, please consider leaving a like, hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. And I'm going to see you next time. Bye.